What if everything you've been told about your skin wasn't the full story? I'm Abiana, licensed esthetician and skin coach, and this is Clear and Correct-ish, the podcast where we cut through the noise and clear up the confusion. If you're ready to get real answers and take back control of your skin, hit subscribe and let's get into it. What if I told you that your gut health might be the missing piece? Yes, I know. It's not the first thing you think of when dealing with acne. It's not the thing you want to hear either. But the truth is, your digestive system plays a huge role in your skin's health. Your doctors have been telling you this all your life. Like, this isn't your first time hearing it, right? So here's what happens. When your gut is off balance, your skin lets you know in the form of breakouts. Right? It lets you know in the form of redness. It lets you know in the form of inflammation. And so today we're going to dive into how your gut and your skin are connected and the sneaky ways that digestion impacts acne and your skin for my non-acne sufferers, and what you can start doing right now to get both of those things on track. Okay. So the first thing I'll say is that your gut and skin are besties. Whether you like it or not, they're besties, right? So if you've ever heard of the gut-skin connection, know it's real. So a healthy gut equals clear, balanced skin. A disrupted gut equals inflammation, breakouts, and irritation. And 80% of your immune system lives in your gut. So if it's not happy, neither is your skin. And what happens with poor digestion is it is attributed to poor nutrient absorption, which means your skin misses out on the vitamins it needs to repair itself. And the way that you'll want to address that is you'll want to eat more fiber to keep digestion moving. So when we talk about fiber, you want to think leafy greens. In the last episode, I shared my love for chia seeds, how I use them, and flax seeds and how I use them. Your pantry, those need to be staples in your pantry. Like, go get them now, hold on to them. And it does not matter, right, whether you're an acne sufferer or not, unless, let me give a caveat, that you notice that your body responds adversely to those ingredients. I would go and speak with your medical provider, your physician about it to understand what the irritations could be, because what we don't want to do is irritate the gut either. I would also say that if you are someone who noticed that digestion isn't working well for you, then you're likely needing to address the foods that you're eating. And so for you, I'm going to say that you want to avoid processed foods. You're going to want to minimize refined sugars, and you may need to consider what your dairy intake looks like and whether or not that is a trigger for you, because those three things can disrupt the bacteria in your gut and they can fuel inflammation. And then you'll also want to start a high quality probiotic to support your gut balance, which we mentioned in the last episode as well. And you'll probably hear me mention over and over and over again, because literally acne is simply your gut snitching through your skin. And so if we fix the gut, we no longer have the skin telling the story of what we are not doing to the gut. The second thing I'll say is that we don't realize that our gut controls inflammation, which controls acne, which can also control what your skin shows up like, right? So gut issues equal inflammation overload, and inflammation is a direct trigger for acne. So when your digestion isn't working well, the toxins are building up, it shows up as breakouts on your skin. And if you ever notice that when your stomach feels off and you go look in the mirror, maybe within a day or two, and your skin is acting bad, as we say, that's because of the gut skin link. Like, it's in action, right? So I noticed recently that my stomach was feeling off, and there were some foods I had consumed that I hadn't consumed in a while. They were processed with nut oils from fast food. I happened to be on the go, and literally within a day or two, I saw my skin responding, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I actually felt it before I saw it. And I was like, oh, here we go again, and I was like, okay, I know what I did. I know how to fix this. I just need to get back to my routine. I need to get back to eating the foods that I know that my gut appreciates. And I can't be on this weekend binge anymore. Like weekend binge like that just don't work for me. And it's a reality that I have to live with. And I hope that you get to this place too. When you get to a place where you have your 3 a.m. moment, like I did some years ago, where I was just like, I am tired of this. I don't want to go around this merry-go-round again. I don't want to do this again. You come to a resolve that I'm willing to do what is necessary so that I don't ever get back to that worst state again, right? And I'm not saying that I don't enjoy life and I don't enjoy foods. As your licensed esthetician, if you follow me, you'll see me share treats and delights that I enjoy. I'm just not enjoying them 7 days a week because I recognize that the fix that I desired for this and that I need to maintain is what's going to keep me in a clear, balanced state. And so your fix, if you are experiencing inflammation in your gut, you may want to, again, consider focusing and increasing anti-inflammatory foods. You can think of things like turmeric, ginger, wild-caught salmon as some good foods to build into your diet, in addition to those fibrous foods, the chia seeds, the flax seeds, the leafy greens. You may also want to try bone broth or collagen supplements to support the gut lining repair, which will also aid in your skin being able to repair itself. And then I would say that you want to, you hear it all the time, friend, reduce stress. Stress hormones can make your gut issues, your acne, and whatever you're facing in your skin worse. So I encourage you to prioritize slower mornings, so you can have slower days. Think about the things that you can do the night before that would afford you 10 minutes back in your morning, 10 unrushed minutes, 10 more minutes that if you run over putting on a t-shirt or you need to swap out a t-shirt, you're not late and then rushing yourself through the day. I don't think we realize how much stress plays into our skin. Now, the third thing I'll say is if you're not pooping regularly, your acne can get worse. And so when we talk about digestion, it's about eliminating waste properly. It's about making sure that your liver and your gut are working together to detox the excess hormones and toxins. And if you're noticing that the digestion process seems sluggish, that means those toxins can recycle back into your body and they would trigger acne. And if you're someone who is chronically constipated, that means the waste is sitting in your system longer than it should, which is allowing bad bacteria to thrive. And guess what happens next? Breakouts follow. So you want to make sure that your body is eliminating all waste properly, because if you're not eliminating waste properly, your skin might be, and it might not look like what you want. And so here I encourage you to hydrate. Dehydration slows down your digestion. And for those of you that are like, oh, I just don't like water, I need you to like something. I need you to like water. I need you to like Gatorade, in moderation. Gatorade even has a rapid rehydration line. Like you literally, in order to get this out of your body, need to hydrate. And if you want the skin of your dreams that is clear, balanced, healthy, hydration is key. Hydration matters, right? So let's get on the hydration train here. I don't have a nicer way to say that as your esthetician. I just have to give it to you raw. Like you need to hydrate. There's no way you're going to get what you want and not be hydrated. It is a key player. The other thing I'm going to say is to eat probiotic rich foods. And if you're not having at least one solid healthy bowel movement a day, your gut might need some extra support. And I encourage you to go and see your physician to get the support that you need above and beyond what I would be suggesting here as someone who is not a medical physician and not offering you medical advice, but just telling you things that I did that worked for me. The fourth thing I'll say is that there is the antibiotic and gut disruptor problem. So if you're someone who's been on long-term antibiotics for acne, your gut may still be recovering at the moment. And what happens with antibiotics is they wipe out both the bad and the good bacteria, which can cause an imbalance that triggers the digestive issues, the hormonal disruptions, and yes, more acne. And, that's just the name of the game with any antibiotic product. So you just have to give it time to allow your body to recover, allow your gut to recover and get back to a naturally balanced state. And if you have food sensitivities or bloating, your gut is likely inflamed, and that inflammation can show up on your skin as well. So to start a gut healing protocol, you'll want to, again, consider, increase, add in probiotics and gut-friendly nutrients, along with maybe some fermented foods. You'll also want to be mindful of medications that can impact your gut health and take extra steps to support the microbiome within your body, so that way your microbiome stays in a balanced state. Now, again, speak with your medical provider, because my doctor tells me this all the time. I'm suggesting this medication to you because I believe the benefits outweigh the potential cons. And so if your doctor is giving you something that is necessary for you, that has tremendous benefit, and as a result, your gut gets imbalanced, talk to your doctor about that. They can tell you what item will pair well with it, or what you can do pre-medication, post-medication to help you get balanced, or while you're taking the prescribed medication. I think doctors are dope. They have a breadth of knowledge. They have the credentialing and the backing. So ask all the questions during your visits and make sure that you're doing what you can to stay in that balanced state with your gut. And then the other thing I will tell you is to give your gut, again, time to heal. The imbalances don't fix themselves overnight. I know we're in a society where we want things now. We want it like yesterday, but that's just not how our body works. I think our bodies are so dope in that they have the ability to adapt and recover. And so let it. And help it where you can to adapt and recover, and not send it into a further spiral with stressing about not being clear and stressing about wanting to get back to this state. Like, you're going to get there. You got there the last time, you'll get back there. And if you've never been there, welcome. I'm excited for you to get there. Document your journey so you can share it with us and we can celebrate you. All right. So the gut skin connection is real. And if you're struggling with acne that just won't budge, it might be time for a gut check, pun intended. And after all of that, I want you to know, literally, acne is simply your gut snitching through your skin. That's literally what it is. So if you see breakouts, if you see a sudden rush to the front of the room on your skin, do a gut check. Go back, think about what you've been eating. If you're logging what you're eating, go back and look at it. If you're on new medications, evaluate what those medications may be, because they could very well be the root of what you're experiencing and why you are experiencing this acne breakout. So friend, if today's episode helped you, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to subscribe to the Clear and Correct-ish podcast so you never miss an episode. I also want to invite you to join our YouTube community. So that's a wrap for today's episode. But before you go, I want you to know that clear skin is 100% possible, and you don't have to figure it out alone. We are a community here to support you. So thank you for being here. And until next time, stay clear, stay confident, and stay correct-ish.